Good morning. Good morning. It is Thursday, April the 9th. Coming at you at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I got Army Vet. Good morning, Army Vet.
Good morning, baby girl. Good morning. Girl, I love that song. Welcome to, I love it.
Thank you for that. That's some of your beautiful work. That is Army Vet's beautiful work.
That's when we were happy, when we had coffee club, when we kicked off. You know what? I might change my name right now to get them hyped up. Hold up. I told Mouse I was getting off fentanyl and I was getting back on crack cocaine and alcohol. She got what I meant. I'm going back to the Democratic Party.
He says the Republicans are killing him too fast. He's gonna die slower.
yeah, I want to die slower in the Democratic Party. I want to go back to Joe Biden's son, cocaine, and what's Pelosi drinking. I want to die slow.
It's preserving her.
Killing me. Y'all killing me, man. The Republican Party is fentanyl. You take one hit of that shit, you're gonna die. I'm going back, and I might come back as AOC just to piss off Gigi. I'm gonna pick y'all enemy. I'm done, y'all.
AOC. You don't even know who you represent, but you're gonna do it.
I couldn't figure out that lady name in Texas. I call her Hillary Green Rodden, but that's the Clinton lady, so I fucked that up. I don't know. I just be trolling. I don't know. Hey, what is her name? It's supposed to be some lady in Texas that's good. They already fired my blonde lady. I was gonna be her. Y'all kicking out all the females.
No, you didn't even get to talk to Bondi before she bailed, huh?
Yeah, I know, man. She was CIA agent intel, man. Right, man, that's right up my alley. Whatever, Gigi.
I'm
getting off the Republican fentanyl train, and I'm going back to cocaine and drinking. I'm going back to the Democratic Party. I'm leaving fentanyl alone with the Republic. Y'all kill me quick over here. I want to die slow. Shoot. I want to be punished. Golly.
You just never know.
I don't care. At least I know I'm going to die, but I'm going to die slow over there.
Slow.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, it's preserved Pelosi rather well. I can't believe she's still kicking.
Yeah.
She's pure booze. Pure booze in that bloodline.
I ain't gonna say what, but I'm gonna go down about 10 years. We got 60 years old on YouTube with cocaine. They still live in the 60s, so I got about 40, 50 years to go. I'm good.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Still kicking. No, kicking. Is that a bad word?
But you notice what I said. What I noticed about the Republican Party, though. Once Trump kick you off the curb, you done. You fit now. You done.
You fentanyl.
Yep.
You get bombed.
Bondi, see you later. You know what I'm saying? Once he, what's the dude named Musk? See you later. Fentanyl. Can't fuck with that. He goes, I just understand where I can last longer, Mouse.
I know, because I mean, he is. It's true. When Trump is done with you, he is done with you. And I get that. I'm the same way. When I'm done with you, I'm done with you.
Yeah, but when he do it, Mouse, it's like the 300 kicking you over the cliff.
Yeah, it ain't the curve, it's the cliff.
This is Sparta. This is the Republican Party, and kick your ass out. You man. Remember what's the guy named Mouse? Your boyfriend? What his name was? The one with the satellites. Elon. Yeah, Elon stood right next to Trump on election day, and in the president. Look where he at now. This is Sparta. Get the fuck out of here. Trump is gangster.
So, do you think Elon will have to rescue the Artemis? It has a helium leak, and they don't know if it can get back through the atmosphere. But you know, we seen that helium leak before they took off. I saw it.
Do you believe in the tech?
Not as much. I feel like NASA is more about the deadline, hitting the deadline, than they are the safety of the astronauts. Like they are on that deadline regardless. Leak or no leak, they're going.
Can we get
Like,
to the moon? Can we get past radiation shield in our tech?
in our tech, we should, but is NASA using it? They are set to come back down tomorrow off the coast of Florida. And right after they touch down, there's going to be a storm blow over. So that's going to be fun, getting them out of the water as the storm hits. But yeah, we are not sure if, again, Boeing, we're not sure if the capsule's going to make it back through the atmosphere.
Do you know what's on the moon that's not on the Earth? We have a shortage in making the missile stuff now. That it's a certain element that the world needs to make these new drones, this new tech. And I forgot what element it is.
So
and it's the only place it's at, guess where? The moon.
So they're mining the moon. Is that what you're saying?
Isn't that what Elon Musk said he wanted to do?
I wasn't aware of that one. Mm-hmm. I do know he wants to put a mid station up there.
China wanted to do the same thing.
You act like they went to the moon, man. They did a drive-by and they named it, and they did a drive-by and they named the crater Carroll, okay, after his wife.
Hey, you see how she dodged that question, Gigi? I just let it go. So, Mouse, did we actually go? Did we get past the radio where we went around the moon? We supposed to come back to the thunderstorm? I know when to keep moving, y'all. I've done dated a woman when they don't want to answer a question. I know how to keep moving. Ain't gonna push. Ain't gonna get yelled at. Ain't gonna set me up. But Gigi, I got you. I see she dodged that like a defense attorney. Mouse, we need to get our Lady Justice, and what's a man's name for justice? Because yours was fire, Lady Justice. When we argued a point, but we couldn't figure out the dude's version. That's why I came up with Ezekiel, but I can't use. Let me ask AI. Hold up, AI. Yeah, I got this dumbass AI over here. Hold up. Pause, y'all. My bad, AI.
I think the best meme I seen was it was a picture of the moon, but it looked like a butt, like the back end of the moon. That was funny. But TikTok is eat up this morning with pointing out the glitches in the feed.
Oh, I haven't watched it. Not even one look at it.
According to TikTok, it was all computer generated, and there were glitches that you know how we can tell if it's AI, like an extra finger or something weird like that. So yeah, TikTok is eat up with, oh look, it's not real. It's not real. But here's what confused me. So they're supposed to touch down in the water and get themselves onto a raft to wait to be picked up. How is that going to work? We have seen people come out from space that they had to be wheeled off or wheeled out. They couldn't even walk because, space and land legs, a little different, trying to get used to being from outer space to. So will they be healthy enough? I mean, can they get themselves onto a raft once they get out there?
I mean, I'm sure they trained to do it with upper body strength. I'm sure they trained.
Because those last 3 that came from the space station, they didn't walk out. They had to be built out.
Well, What? See, if I would have been paying attention, I would have known. I didn't pay attention to it because I'm still, we still working on drones in the United States that they don't even know about just yet.
Yeah.
Ooh, I found AI told me the. Ooh.
Come on in, Sassy, Mr. Nobody.
The female version. Wow, might be deep.
What is
this
that?
might be deep, girl. I tried to get the version. When me and you wanted to argue a court case or something, you was wanting to be Lady Justice. Let me see, will it go through? Look what they just said. Now I gotta AI who this dude is, then AI version of me.
The female form of justice was often associated with wisdom, nurturing, social fabric, and blonde fairness. The male forms were often associated with actions, the writing of codes.
Look at my Twitch.
Or the physical enforcement of penalty, the execution.
That's so fire, ain't it, Val?
The execution.
And the writing of code. What up, bro? Hey, I like that. Hey, I don't even know who this dude is, but I'm finna research it. This might be my new character when men you start arguing.
Okay.
Oh, that would be so good.
Now, guys, I do have the link pinned to my chat if you guys want to come up.
Yes.
It no longer pins to the top, it pins to the bottom. So it looks like the last message in chat. That is the link if you guys want to come on up.
Wow. It gave me you. My bad, Mouse. I got my deep learning computer on. So y'all, it's listening to our conversation.
I don't know where the airbag is. Deep learn, no, take that.
Wow.
Delete that, Maria. Delete that.
This is deep.
Right?
It's deep. I want you to hear. I want you to hit this up. Wow. It's telling me to have you. You remember how we used to use AI to come up with content or what we should do with each other and stuff like that. Instead of me asking what we should do, I asked it what it means. You know what I'm saying? Like, what does Lady Justice and that dude means? Then she was like, no, don't ask me what it means. Why don't you ask me what the character Mouse and Army Vet means together? I was like, that's deep.
Ooh, what did it say?
Wow, Mouse is gonna blow your fucking mind.
Uh-oh.
And play it to when we both needed each other.
Okay.
This is what it did. Go to the Twitch one. Wow, that's crazy.
Intel perspective. If you look at the Army vet of military mindset, Justin isn't just a lady with a blindfold. It's a centennial. It's the male form that stands guard to ensure the scales aren't tipped by force.
That shit. Wow. If that ain't the title of a show, Mouse, or what if? So I'm gonna come back and get that on the show.
It's a centennial.
That's so. What about like that's so fire?
Hey, Rock. I think I've got the link in both chats if you guys want to come up and join us.
Yeah, I forgot, y'all. We're doing a duel, whatever this is. So I just got caught up in that. That was crazy. Nomos, Nomos. Okay. I gotta research who this cat is.
Nomos.
I gotta get a picture. I know. I gotta get a picture. I gotta get some research.
Tina.
Hey, Tina. I know, man.
Well, y'all are looking for that. I have something to tell y'all because I was talking about it, but at the time I didn't have a picture. And this is this is how Tennessee decided to handle the rabies. What do you call it?
Hey, I'm researching no more.
Like this right here is how we are keeping the raccoons from getting rabies. So you see, it starts with a piece on the left. It is inside. It's got packaging. Inside that packaging is like a granola bar with the what do you call it? The rabies vaccination is inside the granola bar, but they have to get into that package. But before they can even tear into the package, like they know to open the package, it is covered in a cookie coating that you see there on the left. So the package is inside that little square thing. Okay, these are being dropped by airplane into the woods. And they just think. It was a long thought process. I did that hillbilly thing, but this was the best way they could trick the raccoon into picking it up and eating it. Now, on the outside there, on the left side, is like a cookie coating. It's supposed to draw them in. It's supposed, oh, that's sweet, and they're going to eat it, right? And then they eat the cookie. Then they're going to open the package because, raccoons in Tennessee know they've got to open the package. I don't get it. Gigi, that I don't get it. And this is the pattern into which they are going to drop these bars in the woods. See, that's this green trail that goes along here. That is the path in which they're going to drop these. I can't, y'all. It's too much. I can't.
I don't know if Mouse getting mad or like y'all are all stupid. So she showed me and I just started laughing.
I can't. It's hilarious. Like the whole thought process that, okay, we've got to get this raccoon to unwrap the package. I know how to do it. Cover it with a cookie coating. Like, I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall when this was talked about, when this was thought out.
If this dude look goofy, Mouse, I'm going to be, what's up, YouTube police? If this dude, the Normos dude, if he look goofy, Mouse, I ain't going to use his picture. I'm going to have to find a AI picture.
Isn't that the sheriff in Arizona?
What? Who? What happened?
Isn't that the sheriff of Arizona?
No. Oh, don't be doing that, Mouse. That hurt my feelings now.
Oh, but ain't his name
Namos? Yeah, I know. It's really close. That's no. I think he got an A where the O is.
Oh, okay.
I bet not. His picture better not come up.
Hey, YouTube, please. How's it going?
I know, y'all. We got a little Greek stuff. I think that is so unique how fate plays a role in some stuff because me and Mouse been searching for this. Mouse, how long have you had these Lady Justice pictures we couldn't find the opposite of it till right this moment.
Yeah, we used it during the campaign.
Yeah,
before the election is when we were all up and yeah.
Now, do you remember when we had a conversation about being a prophet or
Be careful.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You remember the conversation we had then? I'm going to put something in there.
Okay.
On the Twitch side, Does that remind you of what I wanted for YouTube when I first came?
The writing of the codes. He isn't the feeling of fairness. He is the ink on the page. He represents the structure of society, the literal boundaries, walls, borders, statues.
Isn't that what you said people look at me as?
Yeah.
That's so fucking weird, Mouse. It's so that was so fucking weird. I hate that.
You hate that? I think it's cool.
I mean, it's cool, but it's like, why didn't I see it?
I don't know.
Oh, and it's deep, man. It is so deep. Like, I'm looking at it now, I'm researching. It is deep. Like the connection between Lady Justice and that's what I'm saying. It is so deep.
There we are. I'm still clueless, Juju says.
What? Let me see, can I find Lady Justice?
He's on about Coinky Dinks.
That is so crazy. Okay. Lady Justice is known as Lady Themis in Greek mythology. And what it is saying is you cannot have justice, meaning Lady Justice cannot be her without somebody to enforce it.
True.
Y'all need Miles read you. This shit is crazy. This is what it said. While Lady Themis represents the spirit of what's right, the male counterpart represents the will to enforce it.
That's us.
Wow, that's just crazy, y'all. Never mind.
We are full-fledged YouTube monitors now.
That is crazy. That is so crazy.
Does that make us officially like hall monitors on YouTube? That's status. Oh, that's status. Are y'all gonna come up this morning? Are y'all just gonna sit up here and let us flap?
Yeah. But I'm finna find this picture so I can Nomus the Enforcer. That's what he's called. Ooh, I'm finna find this picture. He better be cool. He better be cool.
He better be, huh?
I know, because I can do some AI. Mouse, I need to send you a AI picture of Lady Just. Yeah, we need to make you a picture. But we need to do a what if show too. That's fine. Or I can come in as AOC and just piss all your Republican ladies off.
I'll do it. Do it. I got questions and she ain't got no answers.
Yeah, I got to come in as a Democrat. If I come in as an independent, I'm gonna be vice president. So
you gotta learn your circle empty answers.
I just want to find somebody that the Republicans hate that I know will piss them off, so they'll come up and argue with them. And the only one I know that they don't like is AOC. That's it. I don't even know what the shit stands for.
There's Elon. There's what is her name? Omar. And then there's Pelosi.
If I can't spell it, I ain't gonna be it.
And there's Shifty, and there's the list goes on and on.
I might just call myself a Democrat. Smack a hoe. I can't call myself King Smack a hoe.
Good morning, Aaron.
Good morning, guys.
Double A in this bitch.
What's going on? How are you?
Hey, since we on politics, Double A, who would you, if you had to be a politician, and I know you hate them words, who would you be?
Do I have to pick from the current lineup of politicians?
Mouse is my politician person. I gotta ask her who is who. So I don't know, Mouse. like businessmen can be politicians in this day. So how would you qualify? You know what I'm saying? If we ever had that, you wanted to come in as a politician, how would you advise him to come up as? Because he just with the question that he asked.
Yeah, like, do I have to pick from the current lineup of politicians, or can I pick a past politician, or what?
It's got to be somebody for 2028 because we want to see how the votes fall. Me and
Okay.
want to see how the votes fall.
I would say that I would pick Trey Gowdy, and yeah, I would be Trey Gowdy.
And I would be AOC. Hold up, I might can put all of this in my deep learning computer.
You'd be AOC? Really, bro?
I don't even know who that is. Mouse, no, I don't fucking know.
She was the bartender who sucked and fucked her way to the top.
No, you can't do that. Trey Gowdy is a news
Gavin Newsom
anchor.
Hold on.
Well, Trey Gowdy was the speaker of the House for a little bit, I think.
Hey, Mouse, can you put these names on your whatchamacallit so I can put them in my deep learning computer? You remember how we did the percentages on the likelihood of Republican Democrat? I don't think it's going to be a party this year.
You think it's going to be independent?
No, I mean, me and Mouse was talking before we came on that more Republicans are aligning with Democrats and more rich Democrats were aligned. You know that, Mouse, that thing that we were talking about.
The quid pro quo stuff.
No, meaning that Mouse was telling me a lot of Republicans in 2026 are starting to sound like Democrats. Or, yeah, the line is being swayed between if you are a Democrat or a Republican.
Right.
Like, okay, here's a sway vote, and I'm gonna ask you and Mouse, and I think y'all gonna disagree. The Iran war, is the Republican Party for it or against it?
For it.
I think as a whole they're for it because that's all part of the military-industrial complex.
Would you vote for more of this or less as a Republican?
Me honestly, I don't think we have any business sending our fucking troops to go and fight people in the rest of the world. You know, until there's like a major thing. You know, like I honestly don't think we have any business over there in fucking Iran right now. You know, I gotta agree with Joe Kent on that. You know, but at the same time, there's a humanitarian crisis going on over there. They're fucking doing the same thing as what Vietnam was doing. You know, they're just fucking killing political dissidents over there. They've killed 50,000 fucking people. You know, so is it a business? I mean, humanitarian crisis like that, where you have a powerful regime that's just, you know, killing political dissidents left and right. I mean, yeah, that shit.
Does that whole part about, you know, the chant thereof, death to America?
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a lot of countries in the world that hate America, but they can't do a fucking thing. They're just a bunch of crickets chirping, you know? Question
for you, my YouTube. Are we the world police?
That's because the other thing. That's the other thing. We shouldn't be.
Not to be. I know we signed on not to be the world police.
Yeah, well, I mean, the UN is kind of a bunch of fucking shitbags now, so it's not like the world can fucking depend on the UN to do anything for them.
LW says people who oppose this aren't now Democrats. They are doing neocon shit. Literally everything the opposite of what they ran on, besides closing the border.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that. We were kind of fucking duped, man.
Explain it to me. Explain it. You remember, I'm not public. What does that mean?
Well, the fact that, you know, Donald Trump ran on the fact of no wars and fucking, you know, he was going to lower prices and do all this shit, but at the same time, like, he was trying to make headway and got fucking, you know, got resistance every bit of the way on every little fucking issue, simply just because there's, you know, people in the world who were just fucking, who were told to hate Trump so much, you know, and to impede every fucking little thing that he's doing, regardless of whether it's good or bad. It's just because it's associated with Trump. You know, to me, that's just that's ignorance among the people. You know, because we have a populace, we have a fucking populace that's absolutely fucking retarded.
No, they want to stand in their breadline. They want to sit on their butt and have the world hand them everything.
Yeah.
And that is socialist. They don't comprehend what all being a socialist country entails. And we don't.
Well, I mean, that's what they're turning Social Security and disability into is fucking, you know, it's going to be the new, what is it? The monthly, mandatory monthly income or minimum monthly income or whatever the fuck it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's basically what's happening with Social Security and disability right now. So many people are on it, you know, and so many people can get on it for literally nothing. I mean, go fucking smoke some crack and go and be like, oh, I fried my brain on drugs. Now I can't hold a fucking job. Okay, here's disability.
Question. Is this socialist? I'm from out in the country, like outside the country. So my mindset is neo-politics, not homegrown. So most of the time I have no idea about these local politics. I'm like, hey, these people are being controlled by somebody else. So that's why I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Is this so? I'm being very careful with is it socialism to believe everything the government says? Lock, stock, like
yes.
Yeah, so, socialism and communism are very, very close.
Socialist government features public or collective ownership of major industries, healthcare, energy, transportation, and extensive government intervention to manage the economy, reduce wealth inequity, and provide universal services. It prioritizes equality, planning production for the use rather than the profit, and often involves high taxation and workers' rights.
Socialism always degrades into totalitarianism. It always does, every time, no matter what. Anytime socialism has been tried across the world in any country, it's always turned into totalitarianism and communism. Always, every time. I
still explain it down with the loaf of bread. Do you want to wait in line for your rationed loaf of bread because it's government gives it, or do you want to go to the store and pick which loaf of bread you purchase?
Right. That's the whole beauty of, like, you know, the thing is, like, this country was founded on free enterprise, not fucking capitalism. You know, capitalism is just as fucking dirty as, you know, everything else, you know, because then it's basically the rich rule the fucking world. You know, when it comes to capitalism, I mean, free enterprise is really where everything was at, you know, and now with the state control, you know, with the government controlling everything you can do, you know, you can't even start up a fucking free enterprise anymore without having to beg for permission and pay out through the fucking nose.
I am definitely finna change my name to Democrat to piss some Republicans off. I'm trying to get all y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna get all y'all. I'm on a whole nother computer doing streaming with mouse. I've got all the links, y'all. I'm trying to find all the links to put over here. But StreamYard won't let us post our own links. It's weird. Y'all, this is some weird shit StreamYard doing. But
I have posted it in. I'll go back and put it in.
Yeah. Anybody can come up. We're gonna argue. We ain't gonna say we're gonna argue. We'll slap you on the booty a little bit. But come on, Republicans. I'm finna put some heat to your ass.
Don't you threaten me with a good time.
I know. Pause. Okay, you ready? Y'all ready? The last time socialism was implemented in the United States was when? Under Trump.
Elaborate.
COVID-19, when he told everybody to stay inside and gave us a check. That was socialism.
Test run. That was the beta test run. You're absolutely fucking right.
I totally agree with you, Big Dog, but that is socialism. So if you blame Democrats, they're going to do it. Trump actually did it. Am I right?
Like, those are real. Trump did that. No, because that was on
Fauci. Push mouse down. Push mouse down, David.
No, that was on. Are you done? That was Fauci. Remember, that was Fauci.
No, I get what you're saying, but the last president to tell you to stay inside and send you a check so you can go get bread at Walmart was Trump.
Well, that's not entirely true because, I mean, during the 1800s when we had the bubonic plague, you know, in fucking Europe, the colonies were told to fucking stay inside and lock down.
Yeah, we didn't do it here. We did it for about 2 weeks and nah. Now we did leave the kids in school with the computers, the online
to
schools.
do this, and we populous. Yes, they run and saying, yeah, they can. What? LW? Ooh, you Republicans in trouble. Let me change my name to Big Dog Democrat.
There's socialism now. To corporations, other countries, a corporation gets bailed out when they fail. You fail, yeah, for sure. That's true. But I mean, to an extent, we still have the welfare system at the bottom.
I don't know. I can't call Army Vet a fucking Democrat with a straight face. I just can't do it.
I know.
I just can't do it. I'm like, it doesn't even fucking sound right.
Where did he go?
Army Vet the Democrat. Yeah, fucking right, dude.
He tries. Trump warp speed. School, which has been gutted and given new information to teach that is based on socialism and separatism, just for the record.
Yeah, exactly. they've been doing that for a long time. I remember like in fucking middle school, they were trying to force like Islamic curriculum and shit onto us and trying to force us to learn about Muslims and shit and socialism and all that stuff. I remember that's when it fucking started. That was back in like the early 90s.
That was Soros's plan. And he paid Democrats to turn it that way. And they did. And why? They're rich enough it wouldn't have bothered them. They don't care if the little people stand in line for bread. They're so rich they don't have to worry about it.
Exactly.
Pelosi's never going to stand in line for bread.
No, I hope to see her corpse dragged through the fucking streets.
Oh man.
That's what I'm saying. Go to
prison. I don't care how old she is.
Yeah.
She belongs in prison. If Martha Stewart had to go to prison for it, then Pelosi should go for every time she traded or inside traded.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I mean, what was it? Her husband's portfolio, her and her husband's portfolio outpaced Warren Buffett's by like fucking 130%. Like, tell me how you do that again.
Yeah, Oprah ice cream melt. Thanks, Dad. It's good to see you in here. One man said the last time this happened, another said no and went back over 100 years, and y'all let him.
Fucking Army Vet with his pull-out game just decided to bounce.
I know. Where'd you go, Army Vet?
Let's pull the pin on this grenade. Here, toss it to Mouse. I'm out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucker.
He does the pull-out games. No, I imagine he's having some internet issues. His microphone was sounding pretty scratchy.
Oh, yeah. I guess the weather is kind of shitty. So I got some exciting fucking news I had to deal with yesterday.
What's that?
So on my property, I have a easement that runs through my property that's for access to the other properties that are landlocked on my side of the road.
Uh-huh.
And a construction company decided to buy a single family home lot up the hill from me and decided to start building all these duplexes up there and creating this little village. Well, they were coming up my access road, and I told them, I was like, hey, this is private property, dude. This is only for residents. And he was like, oh, okay, I'll tell the guys to stop doing it. So long story short, the guys kept doing it. So I walked up there and talked to one of the guys who I happen to know from the fraternal order. And he's also a member. And so he got all huffy and puffy with me and was like, this is a public through road right here. And, you know, we've got adverse possession and we can do what we want. I was like, the fuck you do, bro. I was like, you're not driving up here anymore. And so I turned around and I parked my car in the middle of the fucking road. The dickhead called the cops and code enforcement on me. So they show up. Code enforcement calls it in, checks the property lines. They find out dude's in the wrong. And that they're not to come up here anymore. The caveat to that is the fact that I'm technically squatting on land that I own because I don't have an actual permitted structure because I still have an RV.
Right.
And so, I mean, tell me that's not just a little fucking weasel move right there.
Oh, we've talked about that. And, you know, Gavin's doing that to y'all. You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. Even to move out, he's taxing y'all. I don't even know how that's possible, but he is taxing y'all if y'all move out.
Yeah, he can't do that. There's no way he can implement it. He can say, you owe taxes. Go ahead. You can't get fucking blood out of a turnip. You know, there's nothing he can do because it's on a federal level at that point.
Well, it's not income. Like, it's moving out. You don't get paid to move out. You don't receive income from moving out. What is he taxing?
Right. They're just looking for they're just looking for anything for revenue right now.
Your guy Gavin, he's the one that set up the cow fart tax. That's what I'll call it. It was
he's such a fucking dirtbag, dude.
And you had to pay a tax per number of head of cattle because they release methane. And that's bad. And I'm like, you're taxing cow farts. You're fucking taxing cow farts.
Yeah, I just don't understand how these absolute mind-blowing cretins got into power. You know, where the hell did they get all their money from? If they're this fucking dumb, how did they get rich?
Insider trading. Sticking their hand in the cookie jar. Placing things like the Leering Center up in Minnesota.
Yeah.
You know, there has always been a side to the government. We've known this for years, that you could apply for grants. There's a website online by the government that you can apply for all kinds of grants. Small business loan.
That's weird because if you're straight and white, you don't qualify for any of those fucking grants.
Well, it was setting up those grants and programs that is frauding. You know, some of those organizations, you're never going to get approved. You're never going to get any of that money set aside from the government. It went into somebody's pocket. It was a fake organization with a fake tax number.
Yeah.
And it just went right into their pocket, and nobody was even aware that the program existed, you know.
Right. Yeah, it's dirty is what it is. And, you know, this is why they want to take the guns so bad, because they know that the people can only be pushed so far before people start taking action. This is why they just want to fucking get rid of all the guns. This is, you know, why they want to force gun registration and limit the amount of firearms you can own, what kind of firearms you can own, full ammo background checks, you know, and just make it as hard as possible. Because they know that they can't outright ban guns. But what they can do is they can fucking tax it into extinction.
Or do what Virginia's doing and cram in a bunch of new bills regarding the guns. Like,
yeah, I'll tell you what, man. If that chick keeps pushing, dude, they're gonna find her in a fucking ditch.
Yeah. Hey, outlaw. Come on, Army Vet. Come in. There you are. There you go.
I ain't gonna have all this Democratic slander I heard when y'all got kicked off Mouse. Quit all that Democratic slander. What up, big cow? Have all this.
It's not Democratic slander. It's Army Vet slander because he said he was a fucking Democrat.
No, I'm trying to piss off GG. I'm on the mission.
All right, fuck it. Let me crack my knuckles and let's get to this. All right. What are we talking about?
No. We're just being politically messy.
What am I missing? GG just called LW gay. What am I missing? Oh, I missed a lot.
LW said he's like he's gay and black.
I'm so confused.
Can you hear me, Mouse? Can you hear me?
Damn, that dude qualifies for all the
I can hear
grants.
you. I can hear you.
Okay.
Don't take the
All right.
upside away.
What are we talking about?
We just being messy, making fun of
Yeah,
Democrats.
but before I had
Army-
asked everybody
that
I'm a
wants
Democrat.
to be a Democrat, and we're trying to teach him how.
Ooh.
Yeah. If I'm a Democrat, I can piss off Republicans and get more views. But Mouse got to teach me what a Democrat is. I don't know. The only one I know is AOC. And I knew the one in Texas, but I call her Rodham Clinton, so I don't think that's her name.
So the starter kit for a Democratic, we're going to start off with, because you're a dude. You're starting off as a dude.
Pause.
We're going into the Democratic Party. So the starter kit is, I'm going to need you to get a pink wig.
What? Pause.
A nose ring, deceptive, like a pig, you know?
Can
Yep,
I be
pig
a rich
ring.
Democrat?
Okay.
Can I be a rich Democrat?
A fucking, what is it? You need a fucking trans rights and fucking Black Lives Matter
LW.
fucking t-shirts.
LW, come on up here. We finna kill us in Republic. Let me get my picture. You know, Mouse, I can create me an AI picture. I'm finna.
Okay.
Am I a Democrat?
Now, what
I don't know what the fuck I am.
what they will claim that they are, what a Democrat will claim that they are is somebody that's for liberty and progressivism, and usually tries to find a way to tax something to get more revenue out of it. Right?
Fair.
Me and Mouse had this conversation behind the scenes, so y'all are kind of repeating certain things that she's saying. But I added this into how many of 100% of Democrats do you think, Mouse know where I'm going with this, that you believe feels that way? Is it all 100% of Democrats?
You're going to have to
No.
tell me what the Democrats feel
No.
before I can answer that, because I'm not sure. They feel hurt.
She is making
feel
sure y'all don't
offended.
fall into the trap. She is
They,
good, dog. Yeah, that's why I gave her the name Lady Just. She good. Because what we came up with is more rich Democrats from the South that are rich, that are Christian based, believe in Christian values, believe in more Republican values. And Mouse like, yeah, I get that. But if you are a rich Democrat that was born under Christian values, you would agree with good. What was it, Mouse? Who went down? Good schooling, work your ass off, no excuses.
The middle
That-
class.
Yeah.
But it's not that anymore. Yes, the middle class used to be predominantly Democrat.
Build the empire.
Our parents were working class Democrats. But again, when the party flipped and it became this toxic socialist agenda, then it's not the Republican Party split, it's the Democrat Party. Because they're not really Democrats. They're socialists flying into the Democrat Party.
right.
But yeah. That's what we were talking about.
What?
Go for it, MGTOW. They keep calling you a lady, Mouse.
Classical Democrats and classical Republicans do not exist anymore. It's mostly activists and extremists on both sides that are mostly representing each other.
I'll tell you the two classes that there are.
Something
There's a bunch of
entirely
fucking lazy, whiny bitches on one side and a bunch of fucking overtaxed, hardworking motherfuckers on the other side, and that's it.
Hold on. Me and Mouse went here, MGTOW, and I want you to carry the throne. We went from everybody in politics are the same to I told her this, and maybe you will agree or don't. I want to hear your. Do majority of the time the church, do they vote with the pastor? Do the church usually control the vote in the church? And we will go in that direction with this, especially in the South. So we staying directly in the. You see what I'm saying? We directly in the South.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he's a good one.
Usually, usually if you've got a good pastor, they will follow him, whether he's right or wrong.
Told you, Mal. See, Mouse was saying that's not
That's
good.
that herd mentality, though. People are afraid to fucking be the nail that stands up, because if you're the nail that stands up, you get the fucking hammer.
But in the South, the church is the center of the community. Am I right? Like in the South, it's different, y'all. That's why I was like, usually the church agrees with the pastor. And Mouse was like, that's not right. I was like, this is how it is in the South, though. A pastor can be a so Mouse was telling me to be careful, because more pastors can be a prophet, and we were looking at prophets and people preaching the word and their word getting votes, and that's what I was fearful. And Mouse was like, be fearful of that, and I was like, I know. LW says completely different.
If you're a conservative, if you're a conservative Republican, you find yourself in a church that's predominantly Democrat, are you in the wrong spot?
Well, several things have to be asked. How did the church get to that point? Was that person there for the long haul, or did they come into it like visiting?
Well, I feel like if a church is Democratic, then this is the church that is accepting the LGBT community, the trans.
Oh, no. That's a church that's completely
am I wrong?
But this is how we went to the voting.
That is a church that's completely compromised.
I don't know. As I've gotten older, I've realized something, and this is going to sound fucking weird, because you think that there's just one way. But the older I've gotten, the more I've realized that people have different sets of morals. You know, people can feel morally correct in different ways. You know what I mean? So when it comes to church, though, dude, like, I think all that shit should stay outside of the fucking door, because when you go to church, dude, you're there to fucking honor God. You know, you're not there to fucking boast your politics.
But we're not saying we're not saying what it's supposed to be. But McDonald's, this is how it is. This ain't how
now if we're right. If we're talking about church, no, it's got to be God's way. It's got to be what He's saying in that book, or it ain't going to work. If a church is compromised, if they've allowed, dude, some people are going to get pissed at me, but here we go. If you got women pastors, if you got gay people in your congregation, if you got any of these things in church, that's already automatically not what the scripture said. No, that's just my opinion.
I mean, we were having it, and it got touchy, because I'm more military, y'all, so I'm blunt and I call shit out. But Mouse said I'm in God's church, and I'm not gonna judge. That's why, Lady Justice.
I don't know. Here's the thing, dude. I've encountered some fucking gay people in my life, dude, that are some very solid fucking folks, man, and have really good fucking morals, and they're really good people. You know, and I would definitely trust them over some fucking other rats I know that call themselves Republicans and Christians.
Right. But here now let me preface, because what God hates is not the individual, it's the sin of that lifestyle.
That's what I was telling Mouse.
You gotta
Big Town.
You gotta be able to
Big Town. That's what I told Mouse. That's exactly what I
That
told
is very, very accurate. That was a good point.
Thank you.
That's exactly what I told
God does not hate that individual. God hates that individual's sin, that lifestyle, because that is completely an abomination in His sight. God don't hate that individual, but God does hate that individual's lifestyle and sins that they're committing.
Well, it's because sexual action is meant for procreation.
I like that quote, Mr. Nobody.
Absolutely.
But because I studied the answer to that book.
Right.
I studied the answer to that book. why, and I don't think people know why.
Mhm.
Why should he said? Why should we believe everything in some old book? Why should you believe the teachings of the Bible? What do you get out of it?
I think the reason why the people
Well-
give the Bible so much credit is for the simple fact that it's probably the oldest. It's one of the oldest pieces of literature on the planet that has been accurately passed down through the generations. When we found the Dead Sea Scrolls in Qumran back in the 60s, they were actually able to translate the scrolls from Aramaic or whatever, and the scripture has damn near stayed identical. So that's why we give it so much credit, is because it's been a story that has been passed down all these years, and it has stayed accurate. And then there's also people that can attest to, witnessing miracles and being the recipient of a miracle. I mean, how do you explain some shit like that? When every fucking odd is stacked against you, everything says that you shouldn't fucking win, and by some skin of your fucking teeth, you win. Like, to me, that's a fucking miracle, dude.
Now, if people are going to say the Bible is wrong, I want somebody to tell me the exact parts that are wrong, because from what I have studied, there are a lot of mistranslations. There's a lot of books missing. There's a lot of people.
Well,
that
hold on now. Hold on, bud. Hold on. I'm gonna stop you right there, because you're referencing the Council of Nicaea. Back in Constantine days, when they decided which books were actually going to be canonized and which were going to be the apocryphals and the Deuteronomicals. So, of course, the Ethiopian Bible has fucking 80-something books, whereas the King James Bible has 66 books. So the reason why they chose the other books and left out...
You got it. That's exactly what I was referring to.
Right. And the reason why they left those other certain books out is because they came to a conclusion that they weren't inspired by the divine. They're basically testimonials.
Mm. Y'all are giving me the reason the Bible exists. Give me the reason why Mr. Nobody should read it. Y'all are not giving me I know the answer, and y'all are completely right.
Character.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That. Y'all have to what does it teach? Mouse got it, but God damn it, Mouse.
Character.
Y'all are giving the right answer technically.
And by character, I mean honor, faith,
morality.
Well,
here, let me teach you guys a little something. Bible is an acronym. It stands for Basic Instructions Before Leaving Earth. Meaning it teaches you how to be a decent motherfucker and not be a piece of shit.
So, well, look, let's see. But here's the argument. Couldn't any other religion teach you what you are skipping? Why is the Bible so important? You're giving me the reason it is, but why? Mouse is saying character. It builds the why.
I thought the Old Testament and the New Testament was the difference
the part that
living without the Word of God and living within the Word of God.
Okay. Better question for y'all.
I think the part that
why has the Bible survived so long? I want y'all to make it personal. Y'all are giving me the reason. I get that. Yeah.
Even at the end of the day, haven't we proven parts of it? Haven't we? We found the scrolls. We have.
The crucifixion of Jesus Christ has been documented. It is the most singular event that can be traced back. It's been written and documented that they crucified that fucking man.
Mm-hmm.
The part that, from what I have seen over the years, the part that everybody gets tripped up on is the supernatural aspect of it. Did he die and rise on the third day? Is he actually the Son of God? Did he actually save people's souls? You know, that's the part I think people get so hung up on. That's the part that I question. The I don't know. It's a very sensitive subject.
Mr. Nobody, we found
It really
artifacts,
is.
though. We found factual artifacts from things in the Bible that tell us those things are real.
Right. Yeah, our faith isn't just blind. I mean, God knew we would need some sort of fucking proof to be able to believe.
I mean, everything y'all said, y'all are trying to convince him deeper. Y'all are using the Bible like
Let me tell you this.
you know them snake charmers that throw it up. That's what y'all doing to him. Y'all just throw everything y'all saying is true. Like everything y'all saying.
Let me throw you this curveball.
Go ahead.
Uh-oh.
Huh?
Oh, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
This thing's fucking.
Yeah, mine jumping in and out too, dog. Mine is jumping too.
I'm gonna throw you. I'm gonna throw you a curveball here. I think every religion's incorrect.
How so?
Every single religion on this planet's incorrect. Every bit of it's man-made.
Mm-hmm. Now, if everything in the Bible is
does
true,
that prove or disprove God's existence? Does that disprove the existence of God?
That doesn't.
No.
That's not
That
the
just
question.
proves that religion is wrong.
Y'all are using the Bible to say, is it real or not? Why has the Bible survived
going in and out.
such a long time? Why has the Bible survived?
That's a good question.
What up, Rock Dog? Vet.
Because some of us believe it.
Come on, I'm trying to get y'all to
read
into it.
Well, religion has always been.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead, sir.
Oh, no, I was just saying religion has always existed in one aspect or another. I've often heard it said that man is incurably religious to some degree, worshiping something.
I agree with that.
The thing is, we're stupid as human beings. We're dumb. You know what I mean? So God cuts us a lot of fucking slack.
Thank God.
Yeah.
You know, he kind of answered my question before I could even ask it. That was nice.
But I don't believe any religion on this planet's correct about any of it. Unless God himself wrote that Bible, then it's man-made.
God himself wrote the fucking 10 Commandments.
God did not write the Bible.
No, God wrote the 10 Commandments. God did not write the Bible. The Bible is a human being's interpretation of it's basically fucking writing down what you saw and writing down what you witnessed.
Yeah.
You know, that's what the Bible is. But when you want to come to what God actually fucking wrote, God wrote the 10 Commandments. And you know what? I don't think it's a bad thing. I really don't. You know, I mean, don't lie, don't cheat, don't steal, don't kill.
There you go. Now you get into it. There you go.
You know, those are fucking decent. Those are basic, decent human principles.
But Aaron, how are they taught?
Right, but
where are they taught at, Aaron? Where are they taught at? Church.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, here's the other thing. If you look back through the history of our country, the 10 Commandments were even on money. Look it up. The 10 Commandments was actually printed on money back in the day before we had a federalized note, when each state had its own issuance of currency.
Now, AV, what about somebody that comes into this world that hears about those 10 commandments, but they never mention God at all? In fact, you have people around here that have seen how other folks live that doesn't know a thing about God. Is it necessary to have religion?
Yep. For young men, it is.
Let me read Gigi's. According to the Bible, Exodus 31:18 and 34:1, the 10 commandments were written by God, or the finger of God, onto 2 stone tablets, which were then given to Moses on Mount Sinai.
Sinai, yes.
Sinai. While Moses broke the first set, the Bible states that God instructed Moses to cut a second set of stones, which God then wrote upon as well.
Dude, I just reminded of that scene out of that Mel Brooks movie.
So
He's like, I've got
Bible?
these 50.
Now remember,
these 10 commandments.
This whole thing with Moses was hundreds of years before Christ even came.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know what the weird thing is, though? I mean, you got to see something here. That man went up that mountain and was up there for 40 fucking days. A mountain in the desert. Okay, there's no water, there's no food. You can't live for more than 3 or 4 days without water. You can't live more than 25, 30 days without food. That man was up there 40 fucking days by himself. There is no way but God for somebody to be sustained in those conditions.
I disagree. There are things called liars.
You so crazy. Ruck don't believe in the Bible. It sounds like. Am I close?
Gigi said, I said, no, you don't need religion. You do need a relationship with God.
Right. Like I said,
is religion and faith the same thing?
Yeah.
No.
I don't think religion and faith are the same thing. I mean, I'll tell you this.
That's the distinct.
I feel closer to God when I'm out in nature, when I'm out hiking or I'm out gold panning or I'm out fishing or something like that. I feel closer to God there than I do in any church. Church is meant for fellowship.
Yeah, when you're lost. When you're lost. But all your teaching, everything that y'all come, go for it, Rob.
I kind of really agree with what that man just said. When I need people, yeah, that fellowship. But when I need faith, I need the woods.
Yes.
Right there.
No, that's when you go to the church.
Church is actually
not for me.
Ministering
Not for
to
me.
lost souls.
I don't want to argue. I don't want to get in big fights and stuff.
No.
Me, my church is the trees and the stream and the animals.
What better way to be close to God than to be in His creation?
That is where I find it, right there. I don't find it with each other. I do not find it with each other.
That's a problem.
Originally, church was established for God's message to be spread throughout the world, to reach lost souls, to minister to lost souls. That's what it is. What you're talking about is getting in touch with like him outside in nature, right? And I agree with that. You can. Yep. He's not just in a church, right?
Right. He's a living God that's inside of all of us.
No, it tells you that you are here for something else, not you.
Wait a minute. I don't want to override anybody, but it's just like striking me as I'm thinking out loud. For me, it's a connection. Sometimes I connect with a tree. Sometimes I connect with a person standing next to me. Sometimes I connect with. To me, I think God is connecting. Maybe I'm just a thought process out loud, not looking for a fight here. Just thinking yes and. I'm not saying anybody else is wrong. I'm saying, yeah, but also think about this too. Maybe it's connection.
But the words that you're using are in the Bible also. You get that right. When they go out into the wilderness, they got to come back
Well,
into the
you know
church as
what?
a new person.
Okay, I'm not trying to shut you down, but the words I'm using are also in the complete words of Shakespeare. And to me, that's my Bible. All right.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
the world's a
yeah, but hold
stage.
up. I can put it in.
Applause.
No,
Applause.
you might not want to applause. All art and poetry are all derived from the Bible. Don't ever get that twisted.
Mm.
Well, it's human creation.
Yeah,
I'm not looking
first
for an
words that
argument
were
with you,
ever
sir.
put on paper was the
I
Bible. That's what y'all
I am
missing.
I
The
am not
first
looking I am not
words
looking for an
ever.
argument with you,
This is
sir.
not.
I am saying
No, we are
yes
not
and.
arguing, Ruck. Crazy ass.
I am
We are
saying
arguing
yes
facts.
and. I'm not trying to pick a fight with you, sir. I'm saying yes
Let me
and.
show you.
Mr. Nobody says no
Hence why I say
all-powerful
religion.
being would let some suffer and others not. And I tell you, we're not on earth to be pampered. We're on earth to learn.
That's if you believe in religion.
Yeah,
Hence
but I
why
gotta
say
kind of
every
agree with
religion
that.
is
That's
wrong.
why I've always had a
It does-
hard time with religion, is simply because if you do have an all powerful God, why would you allow little kids to get leukemia and shit? You know, kids that ain't done nothing wrong. Why would you allow kids to get fucking blown up and
because
raped and beat
How
and
do
fucking
you
all that shit?
how do you learn without a journey?
because listen, be-
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me
because
ask.
listen to what I'm
How
telling
does, how
y'all.
does that? How does that
Religion is
add up? How
wrong.
does that
Every
map
single
that up?
religion on this planet is wrong.
How does that
It
math
does not
add
disprove
up?
a God.
How does that math
It
add
does
up?
not disprove a
One
God.
man asked a question and someone sidetracked it with a different question that did not address the
That's
question
crazy.
that the man had asked. Y'all are killing me here.
What?
Go ahead.
Oh, don't say what. Don't say
about
what.
you?
No, I'm not gonna back up for 4
Well,
minutes.
well,
Stop
ask
it.
ask ask
I
the
can't hear
actual
you.
point then. What's the actual question you're asking then?
It wasn't my question. It was a different gentleman's question whose his question got sidetracked. I was just like feeling bad for the man. He never got an answer.
Which one of us
I'm
was that?
confused because my computer's cutting.
Oh
Everybody
my
good?
God.
Oh fuck! It's like that fucking grenade just blew up, Army vet.
Right. We're
Yeah.
all
What
here.
just happened?
Yeah, Army vet. Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Oh,
I'm not going to blame it on
What?
Army vet. It was on me. I blew it all up because somebody was trying to ask a question and then people came in sideways. And then when people wanted me to be specific about the moment and what was said, I'm a little too buzzed, a little too drunk to do that right now.
Welcome to
So
Ruck.
that's
Oh no,
where
man, you're
everything
good.
went
Yeah, you're good, brother.
sideways, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
That tends to happen. It's all
Oh,
good. It is
No,
all good.
look,
I ain't gonna lie, man. I wasn't trying to throw anybody under the bus. I was trying to get like some solid conversation because there were some good questions being asked.
oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's a lot of good
Well,
points
this,
being thrown around in
well,
this
this,
conversation.
well, that's what I'm saying. Look, every religion gets it wrong, but that does not disprove a God or does not disprove God. Religion is what's wrong, basically, is what I'm telling you. God exists whether religion's correct or not. That's just the bottom line to it. He either exists or he doesn't. Man-made religion doesn't prove or disprove anything. That's the conclusions I've come to in my short years on this planet.
Okay. I'm for some reason my screen is not highlighting you when you speak. Who is saying this? Because I'm really appreciating some of the stuff you're saying, bro. Who's
Me
saying
up
this?
That's
here above
that's
Army
the outlaw.
Okay, Outlaw.
Sure.
Thank you for identifying. Cheers. Please go on.
Sure. Hey, look. I'm just like everybody else here. I grew up in it. I
That's
was
what I was
taught
going to
from
say.
day
Just
one
to
when I was a
give
kid that God was this and that and the third.
Mhm.
Outlaw some credit, he is the
Go ahead.
preacher's kid. I'll put it that way.
Yep. That's
To
why I
his credit.
specifically asked him
Stop
about the
throwing
church.
people under a bus like that. Let us throw ourselves under the bus. You all just quit it.
Now, he got good knowledge of this because 2 minutes before we came on, me and Mouse were discussing how the church will control the vote of a community in 2000 in Midtown. So Midtown really plays an important part of how the church thinks.
Yeah, that's why we were asking him. That's what I said. To his credit, I mean, being a preacher's kid, you get an inside view of the church there.
Yep.
Yeah,
I don't
it
know.
is
I've
a
seen
very
more
strong.
religion. I've
It's
seen
a
more
very
religion
strong.
and more God and fucking kids sitting on the gutter than I have in some fucking churches. That's for damn sure.
Now that's the other question we went into, which is going to get these men started, because I told Mouse the reason religion is shaky is because women are dominating the churches now, and men aren't going to churches anymore. And Mouse was like, yeah, it's the same in her community too, because we started out in the African American community, and she was like, in my community, men don't go to the churches. And I said, because women dominate the churches now.
And it's not. Women dominate the churches here because
Yeah, because the church.
when men quit
Wait.
going, women had to fill the roles.
Wait, isn't the bigger question why aren't men going to
There we
churches
go.
with their families?
Of course.
Is that not the bigger question?
No, that absolutely is the bigger question. But I think it also harkens back to what we were talking about earlier, is the fact that a lot of men feel more connected with God when they're out in nature than they are in church. So a lot of men are chasing that.
Oh, no, wait. That's an entirely different dynamic, though. Okay, now
You don't think that could be a contributing factor?
No, well, I don't know. We might have to define it a little bit better because, like, me wanting to go out and go fishing and go hunting or go camping, and my wife being maybe potentially semi-princess, she doesn't break nails and stuff like that. So I got to go out and do it with the usual suspects and the gang and go hang out and, go camping and stuff like that. And then, do that once every month or two to get it out of my system and then come back and get on with life, right? Versus you might have been introducing an idea of like, no, man, I'm just a free spirit. So, I mean, yeah, that we kind of have to set parameters on what we're talking about.
Well, I'm not talking about just going and fishing and hanging out with the buddies. Like, I'm talking about just like, that feeling you get when you're just out there, and you guys know what I'm talking about. It's hard to actually describe that feeling when you're just out in nature and you're just by yourself and you're surrounded by woods and trees and mountains and you're hearing the birds and you're hearing, the wind through the trees and all those things.
We're not talking mushroom trip right now.
No,
Chill.
No, I'm not talking about a fucking mushroom trip, bud.
I think I'm hearing
it reminds
what you're
you
saying,
that
but I'm
you are
not
a
sure
part
where
of it
you're
all.
going.
Right. That we're a part of this. That there's a thing that's bigger than us.
That's the feeling you get when you go to the ocean. You're reminded, I'm just a small speck in this huge world of, awesomeness that God has made, and that's humbling.
Right. I mean, how do you describe that feeling? How do you describe that?
I get what y'all are saying now. Oh yeah.
Is that worshiping?
So, I mean,
will say this: when I was
I'm
on
more
the
addicted
fishing,
to that feeling, being connected with God in that way, than I am sitting in a fucking church pew listening to some dude drone on and on and
You
on
don't
about
have
some
to,
fucking bullshit.
you don't have to be in a church to worship.
when I was working on the fishing boats in Alaska, I had so many hours of literally looking out there and saying, "We are floating on this and harvesting the goodness of this because this planet and whatever makes this planet work allows us to.
Mhm.
It allows us
Church
to."
is described in some parts in the Bible as where 2 or 3 are gathered in His name, and that ain't just church building physically. That could be at a restaurant, at someone's house, at a state park, wherever. Church is in the heart of the fellowship of people, first and foremost. The physical building only represents the already finished work in progress of
It was
what
a
His
place
message
to
is.
it was a place to go receive the word, to learn about
Yes.
living a godly life.
Learn. There you go.
It was a
Learn.
it is a place to be around others who are like-minded. It's fellowship. It
That is
is
exactly all it's
worship.
ever.
It is a place of worship where we go to thank Him for what He has given us. So as far as going to the church, it's not a battery charger. It doesn't charge you.
I just feel like that's
The
probably the
modern
answer to is why there's so fewer men attending church as compared to women.
because the modern church is a complete compromise. Church and state, government ran.
Mm-hmm.
That's why people don't go anymore, because it is completely something it's not.
Yeah.
When you have people like Joel Osteen and
Oh,
Robert
don't get me
Tilton,
started
Eric
on him.
Copeland,
But
getting on there
that's
and
the
acting
mega
a
church.
fool.
But that's the
That dude
mega
gives
church.
me the fucking creeps,
Right.
dude. I swear
No.
that guy's a fucking demon, dude. That
Where?
Copeland guy.
We're
Right.
in religion.
Agreed.
We're in religion where we told to charge for entering the church. That is so weird
They're
to me.
not.
He sells tickets. I mean, them tickets are $300-$400.
Dude, they did that back in Roman times. You had to pay. You had to pay a silver. You had to pay a certain amount of silver coin to get into the fucking temple.
I think it's wild.
They've been doing.
You're not
That shit's been happening for years.
But the thought of having
You're
to
not.
pay to hear the word of God is so absurd. I'm like, he's going to strike you with lightning.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
the fact that you are paying to get it is the sin.
Right. That's what I'm talking about. To pay
That's the
to
sin.
get the
That's
word
the
of
sin.
God is like, oh my God. Talking about money changers.
Christ had a literal problem with people running business in the church.
Mm-hmm.
That is a business. That is not a church. That is a business at that point.
It is. It is. Especially when we seen his true character after the Houston Hurricanes. And that buddy, he locked that shit up and ran. And they were begging him, hey, we need to use your church. We need to put these people somewhere out of the water for a minute. He said, nope, I'm not doing it. And locked the church and left.
Yeah, that dirtbag should be dragged out of his fucking mansion by his hair.
Like, he had no humanity. He had no charity in the man at all. None. And isn't that God's work?
Yeah. Yeah, the world's a crazy place, man. The world is a crazy fucking place.
Yeah, right. Come on back up if you can find the link.
What I think sucks is how people are just so fucking mean to each other. People are just so mean to each other simply just because they have fucking differences. You can be different and still be fucking nice, dude.
That's why I don't believe in religion.
Ginger, you're wrong. right? I mean, how bad can we try to be to each other? It's ridiculous.
You know, people
Yeah, but
Mouse, did you
it's-
fall? Oh shit! Mouse, I thought that was you. You see,
well, let me.
Mouse, you
I'm
right?
still in the chair. I'm still
Shit.
in the chair. Everybody okay?
Y'all know
Oh, I've
Mouse only
fallen and I
4
can't
foot
reach my
tall.
beer.
Yeah, Mouse only 4 foot tall. I gotta worry about it. I
Oh.
fall like this, she'll break her leg like a chihuahua.
It's a long fall.
Look, I have the best way I ever heard what you just asked explained. The best way I ever heard explain what you just asked was, you know, alligators will just eat a person. People will be your friend first before they destroy you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, alligators and animals are straightforward with their purpose. People, oh god,
Yeah,
I'm going
people are
fence
fucking
out.
deceptive, man.
Deceptive like that.
What you talking about?
You know, but that's the whole thing is like, that's fucking the evil. We give it a name. We call it Satan. That's the evil working through them.
Thank you, LW. Osteen isn't a Christian. He doesn't even talk about God that much. Just a motivational speaker. The
There
Bible
you go.
describes these heresies.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah, beware
here's-
false prophets.
So it's not his fault. It's the people that show up.
Okay,
Beware of the wolf in sheep clothing. God warns you of it.
right, but what God gave us was free will.
Mm-hmm.
So
That
he
means
doesn't
it's
need-
your fault.
This thing about, well, why did God allow, or God doesn't stop.
Mm-hmm.
He lets you learn your lesson.
Yep.
That's what we're here for.
Can I ask a question to
Sure.
all y'all?
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
What does it say about the people who don't know, who
Don't know
have
what?
too many questions, who seek, who want knowledge, but are hard to convince? What does it say about us?
Nothing.
To
You're
love
on your
y'all
path.
through it.
Ain't that
To love y'all
ain't
through
that
it.
what you tell me about?
Set an
Yeah.
example. Yeah. I'm gonna love
Stay
you
on your
either
path.
way. You don't have to
Yeah.
believe just like I do for me to love you. I'm gonna love you either way.
What type of questions are you
That's a
asking?
blessing, isn't it? Right there, saying that you're going to give me grace either way. But
Mhm.
I'm that person. I'm really not looking for a butt kicking here, but I know I'm probably going to get it. I'm that kid that tried to go to every different church along the way, tried to find the way. I had an alcoholic, abusive stepfather constantly whooping my ass. I used to pray every night for something to save me. And when it didn't happen, I finally eventually got to the point to where, you know what? I don't think it's real. Because if it was real, maybe it might have helped me out somewhere along the way. And I have had, I have had my fill of knuckle sandwiches with people that say, well, maybe your lesson was to learn that you weren't going to get any savior and you had to be tougher or this or that. So I'm I'm not trying to make a big thing. I'm just saying I'm still trying to learn. I still
Right.
want faith. I still don't have faith, but I still want faith.
And that's great.
Okay.
I can serve as an example for you to follow, and I can love you through your journey. Past that, everything else has to be you.
Did I just hear the Joe motherfucking cool laugh?
No, I'm laughing at two things. I'm laughing at Mr. Nobody. Because I have the answers. I'm not answering any of these questions on purpose, and I'm almost close to pissing GD off mouse. I'm like this close. I'm like,
No, that's what I was laughing at. Yeah, that's what I was laughing at.
I couldn't
That's
find the
what I was
AOC
laughing at.
picture.
That's what I was laughing at because Gutters was talking about kicking him off the panel.
But I'm gonna answer his question. I'm gonna answer his question of why God smitten so many people in the Bible. That the answer to his question. I've been not answering this question because I want y'all to go against him because he's fucking really good. Or she, I don't fucking know, Mouse. I'm gonna get you.
Oh no, he does bring up some pretty good points. Yeah,
but God only smites people when the level of corruption, violence, and depravity requires divine intervention. That's when he does it. Just like a father will whoop your ass when you do something wrong.
When he's told you, and he's told you, and he's told you, and you still don't listen.
Understand, I look at God as our father. He ain't gonna. I told y'all to put your fucking hand on that eye. Put your fucking hand on it. You know what I'm saying?
Don't have your fucking hands. See what happens.
And told you and told you and told you and told you and yeah, same shit. So when he smites somebody in the Bible, look at what they fucking did. Now tell me who in the Bible got smitten, and I bet you I can tell you what they did to make their daddy whoop their ass. You see, I'm that type that understands it.
I understand what you are saying, sir. I got one B in my life, and my football coaches had to come to my house and talk my stepdad into letting me play again. Okay, I was not a bad kid. I did not challenge the system, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's just it. Like, do we know a person who from birth till death had nothing bad happen? Nobody treated them bad. They were just, completely respected and got everything that person doesn't exist. Think about it.
You are so right.
The untouched person doesn't exist. So what does that tell you?
You are so right.
We are all on a learning journey.
Been messed with at some point.
I know some pretty wealthy people that are fucking miserable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
because money is
we all
everything.
Get messed with. Is that what we learn here? We all get messed with.
No, would we enjoy heaven without ever knowing pain? Then we would just take it for granted. Like the heaven is the place where no bad things happen, not earth.
But we will never see heaven. We will never come back and describe heaven. Never.
We can't.
Never. This is earth.
But to live there as the heaven that he has put forth, the promised land, the everything, we have to learn to understand what we're enjoying. Otherwise, he's just spoiling us. We're just brats. But we go through life to learn the hardships, to understand pain, to enjoy the love.
I'm almost thinking Mr. Nobody was a preacher. He got the Bible. He got the questions down.
God's not controlling us like a bunch of like we have free will. We are in control of the movements, not him.
Yeah, but what he's saying is about destroying the civilization while we do it.
That's why I'm often.
Why would he do it? That's the question. Why would God destroy civilization? Why would God destroy civilization? Answer the question. Don't avoid it. Answer it.
God doesn't destroy civilizations.
He has destroyed civilizations. Great flood, all this other stuff. No, he has. Why would he destroy it? Answer the question. I answer the question. Why would he destroy it?
Because it got too fucking dirty.
Thank you, big dog. Answer the questions, y'all. Go right back at him. Aaron is completely right. Completely. When the moral direction of humanity, he has to destroy it to reset it.
Can we not possibly be so aggressive to our hostess? Can we possibly
has literally
quite as aggressive to our hostess?
God has literally destroyed this world with water in the flood. He destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. He destroyed temples. He's destroyed quite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I really
And it-
feel bad for Lot's wife, man. All she did was turn around and look back. You know, bam, turned her ass into a pillar of salt.
But
The,
yeah,
the God
y'all
of the
talk-
God
yeah,
of the Old Testament is definitely not the God of the New Testament. If you really
Miss-
look at it,
He's a pissy
Big-
little bitch, to tell you the truth.
being disobedient and being submitting is completely different. Being a disobedient child and being that child that will burn your house down is two different things. Submitting is the consequences of turning away from a moral code. When your mom and dad say, "Get the fuck out the house." When you turn away from a moral code, that is submitting in the Bible. That means God gonna serve you as a stark warning to the other kids. You do this shit, this is gonna happen to you.
oh yeah,
So I get disobedient, but we are talking about smite. Listen, nobody asks about being smited. Smited. What's it, how you pronounce it? It's the Old Testament. I don't know the word. Smited, smitting. Yeah. That means I'm gonna punish you. Yeah.
Smite.
So Mital is right. Saddam, I smited you for the dirty shit that you were doing, and I did this to show the world, don't you ever do this.
Mm-hmm.
Just like a daddy.
There's a
Hold up your
verse in
ass if you
scripture
steal
that talks
something.
about.
Right, because I mean, your
There's a
dad
verse
doesn't
in
like
scripture.
have a bodysuit where he controls your movements. You're on free will, but you gotta mind him. You better hope free will
Mhm.
stays within the guidelines of
There's-
his. You know,
There's a verse. There's a verse. There's a
Mhm.
There's a verse in scripture that literally talks about God repenting in his heart he had ever made man.
Mm. Wow.
yeah.
You see, I'm learning, y'all. I'm like, damn, I never knew that. Mm.
Yeah, I mean, he knew we would pain. He knew we would suffer. He didn't like that, but that had to be a part of free will.
I'm afraid perhaps he knew we would revolt as well.
Sure, that's free will. That's your choice.
Now let me throw a curveball into the equation here.
Y'all making me think.
Okay, so you guys know about like the Anunnaki theory and all that stuff, right? How human beings were engineered by aliens that come down out of
Yeah.
space in order to mine gold for them,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Okay, so now the
Well,
scriptures, the holy
basically-
scriptures talk about, you know, there were giants before the flood and after. So he wasn't able to get all of them, you know, and we have historical record of ancient Indian burial mounds here in the United States that, you know, they've uncovered, you know, bones of people that were, you know, 10, 12 feet tall.
And we were all gingers. Hello.
We were all.
So let me pose the question: do you think that that could be a fact? That could be part of the thing is why they don't want that information getting out and being widespread and taken seriously, because then it would prove the Genesis and that the Holy Scriptures are fucking actual truth.
I'm not sure how much it has to do with Holy Scriptures. I know that they don't want anybody to know that the Polynesians were able to sail all the way here.
Hell yeah, I read
know.
Kon-Tiki.
All right, I know that
The-
they don't want the whole world to know that Egyptians were able to sail all the way here.
Yeah,
And they might have been able to sail up into what we now call the Grand Canyon. Stuff
Yeah.
like that. So,
Yep.
I mean, there's a whole lot of stuff out there that they don't want us to know. So when you ask a question like that, of course, I'm always going to jump on. Yes, it is
What?
The bot.
controversial.
Mr.
Whatever.
Nobody's good.
But
Yeah,
I'm with you,
well,
man.
it's true.
It's like
It's
I want to
true.
go yes, and I want to go with you and even farther. Is what I'm trying to say, bro.
Oh yeah,
Because
definitely.
because he's not wrong. Because that's questions that people always have for the Bible. It's like
I have them.
the main thing that people do not believe with the scriptures is the supernatural part. That's why I said that earlier. That's the part that trips everybody up. It's like, how in the world could this man be born of a virgin? Did he actually die for sins? Can he rise on the third day? That's the part of the Bible that people struggle with the most.
Well, yeah,
No,
well,
there.
the thing that
Virgin mother.
Okay.
the thing,
Mother.
Yes,
we'll
it
start.
is.
Let's start with Mary. Let's start
You
with
just
Mary.
lost it right there. Virgin mother. Not gonna happen. You just
That's
lost your fight right there. Why would you start there?
Take it back
Because
to the
that's how
place
it's
and
described
time.
in the
Be able to
scriptures.
defend.
Take
Because
it
it's in
back
the
to the
Bible.
place and time.
Because it's in the scriptures. That's
It's in the Bible that said it was going to happen. It's in the Quran that said it was going to happen. It's in all literature that it was
are
going
you
to
talking
happen.
about? You're talking about the Immaculate Conception.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, it's in what
Well,
Mintal is
that's one
saying
of
is
them.
true.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
That's
what
one of
Mintal
them,
is saying is
Wait
true.
a minute. Because it's in the scripture, that means if everybody dies tomorrow and the last thing they find is something I wrote down, that is the scripture. So that's
No.
the truth. Oh
No.
my lordy,
The scripture-
y'all are so silly.
What Mouse is saying when we first started this was started by Moses. Way back then that they was predicting this was going to happen.
Right. Just
Yeah.
because my whatever I wrote down on was the last thing y'all found, that makes it the truth. Holy shit, you guys. Come on now.
No,
Well,
they were talking
here's the
about it.
thing that will answer all these questions. Okay, they've done test studies on the Shroud of Turin. Do you guys know what that is?
Isn't that what
I
they
do.
covered him with?
Yes.
No,
That's-
it's fake. It's fake.
That's what
Well,
that's
the last
that's
thing
the
I saw-
burial cloth, the linen that
No,
they
it
covered
wasn't.
Jesus in
No,
when
it's
they
not.
placed him
No,
in the
it's
tomb.
not. No, they figured out it's fake. It's fake.
It's not fake.
Last thing I saw
Research
on
it.
Shroud of Turin was they tried
Yep.
to do a laser scan.
They did.
And
They
they
did.
said that this is like something we're really not
Yep.
sure about yet. That's
No,
all they would tell us.
if you do a new they did a new DNA research with AI. If y'all Google it, my bad. Use your search engine and Google search have they found the connection, and they're gonna say it's fake. It's not.
It's not fake, man. I just watched
Just
a guy.
research
I
it.
just
Just
watched a
research it.
podcast of a gentleman who was on the Sean
Just
Ryan
research
show.
it. Just research it. That's all I'm asking you to do. Don't believe what somebody else is saying. Research it for yourself.
Are they going to say it's just another hippie?
Research it for yourself.
Educate me.
There's a really good podcast.
Getting information from somebody else when you can do the research and find for yourself.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not what you're saying is fake. I'm saying do your research. Like I always tell them, what's in your head is true. What people are saying or what, find out for yourself the truth.
Well, these studies that this gentleman on the Sean Ryan show was talking about were actually done, and I did check up on it, and their findings are very stark. They're finding that basically what had happened was the equivalent of a 1/1000th of a second of a nuclear event. And they're saying that the stone that was rolled away when the women came up and they said the stone was gone, it's because stone was blown the fuck off when the power of God came back into the body of Jesus. And that was actually recorded in the fucking linen in the burial shroud. I'm telling you guys, everybody who's listening, everybody who's on the panel, go check out the Sean Ryan show. There's a gentleman on there. He's got a really like weird, funky hairline and some glasses. He's like an archdiocese priest and shit. Like
Yeah,
but
but
it's not. It was
that doesn't
gnarly. It was a
that
damn
doesn't
good
that
podcast and a lot of good information on there.
but brother, that does not necessarily make it the truth. That's
Well, when you're talking about
that's what we're
analyzing
trying to look
something
at.
with modern technology, you know, like laser 3D scans and all that shit, and I mean, not just radiocarbon dating, man. We are way beyond that. Now we've got literally fucking DNA evidence, dude. They were able to test the fucking blood type. They were able to correspond all the fucking wounds, you know, to actual wounds that were inflicted, that were fucking written down and witnessed. Like it's becoming a
Where was
big
Jesus?
deal.
Where was Jesus found? And if the cloth of tearing is real, where was this supposed to be at? What country?
Why and how do these two things correspond? Holy
What
cow.
country was he found in?
Okay.
Because
So
the cloth is dated back to India. That's why I already know the answers to
we
these
have a major
questions.
character thing. All right, I get you, sir. I got you.
The cloth came from India because of trading. You know, the people traded amongst back and forth. You know, I mean, you talk about people that live in the desert. They can't grow this. You know, they can't grow cotton. They can't grow fucking, you know, the fibrous plants that are needed. You know, so they get the linen through trade routes. So I'm sure that they got the linen through trade routes.
Why would God Torin have Indian background?
Can I ask which one of you is moving plastic trays around in the background? Because yeah, okay, now we know. Right on. Cheers.
That wasn't me. No, that wasn't me. I ain't cooking.
No, not me.
No, not me.
I ain't cooking. Y'all are good. Okay. Mouse, this will help y'all out. I'm trying. I don't want to fight the Christians by myself. Your answer to did the flood kill angels? No, of course not. Angels wasn't a person. Angels is a spirit. Spirits cannot be affected by what? Water or fire.
No, I think the
Are angels ghosts?
They're spiritual beings.
Yeah, it wasn't the actual angels themselves. It was their offspring that were killed, the giants.
Bro,
his question.
I do. That's all
His question was, did angels die in the Great Flood? If y'all paid attention to the question. And my answer to it is, angels are spiritual beings according to the Bible. They can't die. That was my answer to his question.
Right.
Logically and factually, they are not of flesh and blood. Angels are immune to physical death. We all know this. Oh, y'all got to learn how to fight back, man.
So I mean, at that point, you would have to think like maybe they were imprisoned while the flood was happening. He's like, God knew, like, hey, I know I can't kill you guys, but I know I can throw you in this fucking prison while I destroy the rest of this shit.
No, I get what he's saying.
Because they're talking about angels being in prison.
Maybe y'all could agree to disagree and not try to one-up each other to try to get the last goddamn word. Jeez, y'all.
Good job, but ain't working. Now, the ones that what he is talking about, Nephilims, is that it? Nephilin?
Yeah, the Nephilim.
Them were the children of. You see what I'm saying? You gotta have the right answer. They are the children of that. They would have
Right.
died.
Right. They were the offspring, and they were the ones that God wanted to
Exactly.
kill with the flood. But
right.
you know,
So
but then again, if you look at it, though, it says that
Tales of the
some of them
these
survived.
motherfuckers,
Mm-hmm.
let them fight it out.
I think some of those giants survived because they said there were giants in those days and after too. You know, when he was talking about the flood.
Rock survived. What are you talking about? Rock survived. He's with us.
Yeah, he right there.
Andre,
He's a big old tall redheaded guy.
Oh, I know what he's saying. He's probably. I'm not reading the chat. I'm not reading the chat. So, is he talking about 2 Peter 2:4 and Jude 1:6?
I haven't even looked at the comment.
Mal.
Yeah, he is.
Of course, of course, giants survived. My avatar survived. Andrea's a giant.
I don't know. That home raking bitch, man.
No, I'm just kidding.
One day, Andrea, me and you are going back to the ring.
Uh-oh.
One day.
Yeah,
Even
if you
I
can
have to figure out how to play the fucking video game myself.
if you can get Ike to stop being lazy, yeah, we'll definitely go back to doing it.
No, I need a rematch. Like I whooped Gigi to get to you. I need a rematch. I need a rematch.
Holy shit, I'm totally catching up on the
studied it.
chat right now. I didn't realize that there were all kinds of people down
I
in the
know
chat.
they are. Yeah.
Oh shit, I'm spinning this
good.
fucker like a fucking slot machine.
Captain Hello.
Listen, I'm saying, I can't. I can't pay attention to the chat and y'all. It's crazy. It's good. They are good. They are some really good.
Damn.
I mean, because
I got
religion,
They are
really,
good.
yeah, because
can
religion
multitask.
is
I
just
raised
this
teenagers.
big of a topic.
They are good. They are the people I usually argue with on the other side. They make me think. If you can make me think, you got me.
Gigi says, pay attention, Aaron. She done got you a couple times. And you don't even know that.
Yeah.
Y'all are missing half the conversation.
telling you.
Yeah,
It's
no
good.
shit.
It
I didn't
is
even
good.
realize. I didn't even look at the fucking comments. Wow.
That's what I was answering. Aaron, like they are coming, dog. That's why I'm like, shit. I can't even monitor. I can't pay attention. Yeah, I gotta answer them. That's why I was
That's
saying,
all right. I
answer
got
them. They good. Yeah, well, I know Mr. Nobody gonna argue till you die. So good luck.
Yeah, but in the meantime, y'all smarter than everybody else. Fuck y'all.
The main thing,
a married Christian. We got some people up here with some information.
the main thing is never stop asking questions or learning. I mean, you know,
Right.
nothing is absolute about any of this.
Yep. You can always learn more.
Good question. I'm starting to think Mr. Nobody got some religious background or because I always believe this in education. In order to argue a point, you have to know that subject. And he
Mr.
knows the
Nobody?
subject. Yeah. He knows this.
Hold on. Mr. Nobody, are you a preacher's kid?
I know, you know, I like him. I don't fuck. Miles be fucking with me, Mr. Nobody. But in order to have knowledge of this, like you have to know. You know what I'm saying, Miles? You have to know it. It's like yesterday. We were having a discussion yesterday, MGTOW, about the Muslim religion, and we really couldn't have it because we didn't know it.
Yeah.
He knows something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
None of us live over there and experience that religion first. Yeah.
I picked up another clue, AV.
You picked up another.
Mr. Nobody, are you a preacher's kid? Hey, big dog mom, I'm getting closer to figuring out who you
Not
are.
bad. I love to be questioned, not by a woman, but anything else. I'm just joking about. I'm joking. I'm joking, man. I want to get all y'all unicorns up here at one time.
Oh goodness.
I'm going to take that as a yes because they won't answer me. I think I figured out who you were, Mr. Nobody. Never dawned on me that one.
You see that? Hey, I pay attention. You gotta have nothing. This person, Mr. Nobody, got knowledge of the Bible. Either
No.
good or bad, he got knowledge of it.
He says no. Are you married to the preacher's kid?
I'm gonna stay right in the church. I ain't going nowhere.
Religion has always been an extremely polarizing subject matter.
Yeah, but not many people know the ins and outs of it, MGTOW. You know, being a like he knows the questions that should stump. If you say you're a Christian and you don't know the answers to his questions, he's gonna call you a fake Christian because you should be able to. You see what I'm saying? I know how he moves, so he has some fucking knowledge. Or he done had this conversation before. But he's good. Good. I like a challenge.
Private chat.
Barbara, no, y'all giving me too much religion to study, man. I'm supposed to be up here for Iran and hacking on the Nancy Guthrie case. Y'all have me studying religion. It's a Sunday show, Mouse. It's a Sunday show.
I don't know where we got off on it, but here we are.
I don't know.
But it was good. I don't know how we got there. Mr. Nobody.
Okay, Lucifer is not Satan. The Satans were a class that can be compared to the Epstein class in modern day examples. Okay. Band of demons, blackmail, sure. That's sure.
Yeah, I got to be honest. It's really kind of bothered me that this whole Epstein thing is kind of just getting swept under the fucking rug and nothing's really being done about it. Nothing's really coming of it.
When it first started, I mean, this is what I ask people all the time. I'm like, what was it going to do to change the price of eggs? Did anybody here that kept up with? Did your life change for the better because you found out a few more people in our politics are pedophiles?
No, it would have been better if they would have been fucking publicly fucking executed.
I'm not seeing prosecutions like I wanted to.
Right.
I'm gonna see a prosecution.
When we first brought Trump onto the scene, what we were really asking for was drain the swamp enough that we can tell what the fuck is what. And I think he has done that.
Well, here's the thing.
We can tell now what the fuck is what.
Well, here's the thing.
Well,
here's the thing. At the end of the day, Mouse, people are still taking the government's word for what they're talking about with these files. People that listen to this stuff are still taking their word for everything. It's just like if the mob is in charge of something, you're taking their word for everything they're saying. Basically, you're trusting them to incriminate their own people within their own system.
Oh yeah.
And nobody sees the irony or the red flags here. I don't trust them. I don't believe anything they say about that crap. It didn't change my life. I don't feel any better or worse because of it. We know these.
I know
I don't
his
have
name,
to have
Mr.
a fake Epstein file list to tell me these people are criminals.
I'm looking at the chat. I know his name, Mr. Nobody. I'm trying to see do they know his name. I'm trying to see how good. Do you know his name?
Pam Bondi was fired, so will we receive results now? I don't know.
Nope.
But in the end,
well, do you really?
The devil's name was Morningstar.
Yeah.
Lucifer's name is Morningstar.
God described him as God described him as the most beautiful angel he had ever created.
Oh, I know his name.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't recall God giving him a name in the Old Testament.
He never had a name, but when you pronounce this name, it started in Greek and Latin.
Yeah.
Shining One or Light Bearer. That's his name. It's in Isaiah 14-12. It's a taunt against the king. The light bringer describes what was originally intended to be the devil, the light bringer. That's how I'll say, beware that prophet, the light bringer.
Yeah, you don't want to be a prophet right now.
There you go.
This is the part of the prophet that if you look too shiny, yeah, you're going to get targeted.
The shining one, the light bearer.
Yeah, well, I mean, in that sense, yeah, you're. But in the fact that we're all sitting here on the edge waiting for Revelations to play out, and you come in as a loud prophet, you're going to be targeted.
Yeah, the mouse been warning me that. Well, I ain't gonna say we've been talking about the word prophet ever since the Saran stuff, because I've been telling Mouse this gonna happen. But I was saying YouTube, could it be a preacher, Mouse? I ain't never thought about that. Because I'm seeing people don't want politicians, and I'm seeing Democrats don't want business people. So I said this person either gonna be from YouTube or the church.
Will you get labeled as the Antichrist? Too quick, you know what I mean? Everybody's scanning the land. Who's going to be this Antichrist we're supposed to be watching out for? And if you're a loud prophet right now, you're on that list of could be's, and then the crowd's just waiting on you to turn.
Okay, so here's something that I can interject on this. So in the Bible, it says there will be signs in the heavens. So in 2017, there was a procession of Jupiter or whatever through the womb section of the constellation Virgo, and this celestial setup had never occurred in time before. They'd rewound the clocks, their astronomical clocks and astronomical models and stuff. And they've tried to rewind it and try to find it somewhere in history, and it's never occurred before. And this was actually prophesied in the Holy Scriptures that this would happen. And then, so what that is the signaling of the birth of the Antichrist. So right now, the Antichrist is like a 10-year-old kid somewhere in the East.
A 10-year-old voice. A child's voice in the church is well, what is it? Mouse kids are born out of sin. That's what that quote means. Yeah, no sin, no judgment.
They're born pure, innocent, clean.
So it's more of a message, like symbol message. That's what it will be. And when a child speaks, of love, don't everybody in the house stop and listen? Because it has the symbol. Because I told Mouse that 10-year-old boy voice will. How did I put it, Mouse? It will be able to convince a Democrat, a Republican, black, white, green, gold, Muslim. That voice does that.
Yeah. Although Big Dog Mod disagrees. She says he's probably already 60, or he will be a 60-year-old man.
That's funny.
I've heard several pastors describe him as an Assyrian Jew, but I don't know.
We'll see. We've got another, say 30 years before, because he's supposed to be young and charismatic, and the world's supposed to be enamored with him. And the things are being set up in place right now. The cage is being built. He's going to control the world through economy. And
don't that sound like the next president in 2028? Now you see why I've been asking y'all who y'all gonna vote for.
What I mean?
Okay, so if we're talking about the signs and wonders, one of the signs and wonders described was the birth of Israel, the nation of Israel in 1947, 48.
Mm-hmm.
That was said to have been a sign that the end is near.
Boy, peace treaty. What are we talking about? Y'all moving too fast for me. I'm trying to catch up.
If we're talking about
That's
Revelation,
the Antichrist. She's saying that the Antichrist will be breaking
Okay.
a peace treaty.
and we're talking about signs and wonders according to Christian religion, then the birth of the nation of Israel was one of the signs back in the late 40s. And it was also described to have said that a generation that saw this would not pass until all of these things be fulfilled. So that generation is right now 70, at the oldest 70, what? 77, 76.
Okay.
So
No, 80, they'd be 87, 86 right now. 1940 to 2027, that's 86 years, I think.
that's no 40. Hold on, it was
Or
47.
87 years or whatever.
I don't live by the Bible. I live by my Glock and my 9mm and my little M16
There you go.
A2 short stock.
There you go.
You can put that Bible up if you want to. I'm gonna shoot through it.
He's gonna strike you with lightning when you do.
Don't
You know,
matter to me.
I mean, nobody really knows. You know, and the scriptures say that too. It says that nobody's gonna know. You know, and that will come like a thief in the night. You know, so nobody's gonna really know when. I mean, Isaac Newton tried to predict it. You know, Edward Casey tried to predict it. All these people,
y'all don't think we're at the end of times now?
Oh yeah,
or a new reset? Y'all don't think
yeah. We're seeing the cage being built right now with all this digital currency and stuff coming out, where they can just turn it off and on.
No,
You know?
I'm saying with us in Iran and with Israel and with no ceasefire and fighting, with AI, with what's going on, do you see us going back to what?
No, we're not going to go back. We're heading towards the end of the cliff.
That's what I'm saying. A
Okay.
new reset or the end of the world. Yeah.
Look at it this way. Let's take it a step past. What is it going to look like when we've had enough AI and decide to turn it off? What is the world going to look like? Because we're going to be back in the Stone Ages. We have depended on digital so hard. We went down that rabbit hole. Now, when they turn it off, what is it going to look like?
Well, you can never turn AI off. The only time AI can get turned off is if this world, me and you done discussed it, Mouse, have a nuclear reset. Because in order to destroy AI, you got to destroy all the internet at one time.
But don't you believe there will be a wave of people who want to try? Down the line, when this goes crazy, don't you think there's going to be a backlash of people that want it turned off?
I mean, the only way you can turn off AI is ultimate destruction.
That's what I said. So to get rid of AI, say we do that. Say we all finally get enough in 100 years, 50 years, 10 years, and decide, fuck this shit, let's turn it off.
Then that means how MGTOW and Aaron saying the people with the power, they become just like us. And you think they're gonna let that happen?
Yeah.
The powers that be are not interested in becoming the powers that were.
You really think they want to go in the breadline with us if they turn AI off? Nah.
Hell no. Hell no. That's why they're setting their families up now. You know, this is all these people, all this is really old money, you know, and it was set up years and years and years ago. You know, this has been a plan that's been in effect for, you know, thousands of years. You know, you can make links all the way back to, you know, ancient Rome.
So do you believe that life has played out according to God's plan?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I definitely believe that the Antichrist is living on Earth right now, and that he's hiding right now. And he will make his appearance once everything is set, once the digital currencies are all in place, once all the control is in place, once every gun has been destroyed and stripped from the American public.
It's already there. But y'all are using the wrong terminology. See, I'm giving away my shows. Do you want to know you're describing AI. Every word you just said is AI. If AI was a person, that would be your Antichrist. Ain't it beautiful? Don't you trust it? Don't it have control over military? No, preach it.
Let's come on. Haven't we been told what to watch for? The Antichrist is going to make us believe the world can exist without religion. Then if we all just, go along and be nice and follow the laws, we don't need religion.
Don't y'all use my shit, because I've always, me and Mouse discuss AI is the new reset, and I believe this isn't the first time our world has seen AI. I think the world has reset with AI. We're just so smart that we reinvented it, and I think it's going to kill us again. I honestly believe it.
Well, I mean, that makes sense. If you go down the Egyptian rabbit hole, I believe it would be there that you might find what might look like AI.
Yep.
But I mean, like, they didn't have actual servers and screens and keyboards, and so how does that work?
I really believe AI is the Antichrist. It's everything that Aaron said it is. If you look at AI, that's exactly what it is. Y'all trust AI, and I've always told Mouse, don't ever trust it, use your mind. But y'all trust AI more than y'all fucking thoughts. Ain't that the fucking devil?
Yeah.
That's why I don't trust. That's why I always tell Mouse, when we research, Mouse, keep that shit in your head. Don't trust that mother. Don't trust what that thing is saying. Don't you ever trust what that shit is saying.
And that's why I always tell you, when I read from AI, I remind you, y'all, it's bias. Like this was one person telling a computer what it should believe and what it shouldn't. Still human, and it's still his opinion. So you're going to get biased information from
it cripples human thought and imagination. You stop right there. You don't even want to imagine anything other than what it just you don't even question it. I don't believe shit. I said.
Well, I can't be unburdened by what has been.
Oh, God.
Go ahead.
Jewish religion believes Jesus is burning it. Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's true. That's why they detest our Christian religion so much. We're infidels.
I totally get it, but how do you convince them? Because Mikta, you always been shouting this behind the scenes.
Why do they put their arms around us? Because we're the only
no. Mikta always. Why do Christians trust that when they don't even like you? He always been questioning that. He just never really said it out loud. But if they think your God is in hell, why do you hate Muslims so much? That's the remember we brought this up, and I'm like, what are y'all talking about? Like, this makes no sense. But that's why I say we should have had this on Sunday. Mikta, you should have been there yesterday. It was really good. We probably could have needed you yesterday because we were lost. Wow, I didn't know that. So we are bombing a country that believes Jesus will come back and save us, while the country next to us bombing that country believes Jesus is in hell burning. Boy, I tell you, now you see why I don't get involved in religion now? This shit is crazy.
And this is what I was talking about.
That shit is crazy.
About how other religions have a viewpoint about other religions.
We are described as infidels, Gentiles. We are outcasts. We are, the Middle East hates everything about us over here. Every single bit of it. but yet they want to come over here and adhere to our country. Make it make sense.
Well, here's the flip side of all this. I mean, do you guys really think that all this is really about fucking like religion and stuff? Or do you think like this war is more or less about fucking financial control because of the BRICS nations threatening the American dollar?
Are we going to do conspiracy theory?
Well, let me touch on this real fast. Let's take this full circle, okay? Because we have kind of gotten off track. So, in considering what churches are in the government, should a church be conservative or progressive? And not even Democrat or Republic. Should a church be progressive or conservative? Because that's where we got here. We were talking about, churches that identify as Democrat or churches that identify as Republican. To me, it should be conservative or progressive. But should a church be progressive or conservative?
Oh.
None.
Yeah, I think a church should be none. It should be all about God.
I think it's what you said, Mouse. You said it perfect. I am in church, and I'm not going to judge while I'm in church. I think it's what you said to me behind the scenes. You said, I'm in church. I am not going to judge you. That's the preacher's job. Now, outside, you said you can't. But in there, I think your answer was correct, man. I think
that's because you asked me. If I sat beside someone who is gay in church, would I say something to him? What would I say to him? How do I feel about that being in church?
Yeah, that's the question I asked.
Yeah, my answer was, as far as sitting in church, I don't judge. I'm not there to judge you. That's the preacher, that's the pastor, that's the deacon's job. Let them talk with you.
church, that's the whole point, is to get them there to preach the gospel to them. So you shouldn't be doing anything to run them off, but at the same time, they have to be adult enough to understand you don't agree with their lifestyle, and that Bible doesn't agree with their lifestyle.
Right. I mean, they should know that coming in and be.
What about, and this is the question I brought up to Mouse, so maybe you can help, MGTOW, since you are steeped in it. When does mental health play into it? Because that's something the church can't deal with. And that's what my question to Mouse. I said, unlike drugs and alcohol, now this is mental health. How do you deal with that?
Well, I mean, there are counseling services in the church, and there's referrals that the church can make from there. But
is it touchy, MGTOW? Is it touchy dealing with mental health in the church?
It's a pretty big topic. I mean, now if you're talking about a licensed professional being on site, I mean, I don't see how they couldn't help. Yeah. But,
see, I tell you, and I think once you say mental health, now you got a problem. Or an invented excuse. That's what I tell. An excuse or a problem. You use it.
Yeah, because if they're dealing with something outside of the church, wheelhouse, then
That's where we started the stream when we said that. We're like, oh shit, we gotta go. It was like, oh shit. That's where we started.
But Southern Christians have always believed that the Bible was the cure-all for every single thing wrong with a man or a woman. So it's kind of a catch-22. That's how it's preached. That book's the remedy for all things wrong with a human being. So,
I'm learning on religion, but I was raised in the church, so I answer, Mr. Nobody. He is rapid fire. I want my answer now. God damn it! I'm getting away from religion, man.
Oh,
damn,
this. Right. Yeah, some of that stuff's right. Yeah.
I mean, even the giraffe. I mean. Even I kind of think the giraffe was a little bit of a fuck that up.
Mr. Nobody means, dude.
I fucked that up.
I like him.
I mean, like you've got this animal and you're like, well, shit, he eats trees and shit. The tree's way up there, so I'll just put this huge ass neck on it and shit they can't swallow. Gravity will handle. I think that was like That was the scraps. Like,
You know, the platypus is proof that God's got a sense of humor, right?
that was another piece of scraps. I think the
Like that shit was definitely put together with fucking spare parts.
Yeah, like I got an extra beak and an extra foot. I know the tail doesn't match, but we'll go with it.
Platypus.
Good stuff. You gotta. Well, I want my Christians to fight back. He don't make mistakes. Look at it as chess. You might have to lose your queen. Look at his chest.
Yeah.
Get it. Got you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to help y'all out, man. God damn it. It might look like a mistake to the beginner, but
yeah, to the pro, it was a fight.
I don't know why God is punishing you now. It might be for later. You know what I'm saying? You don't know why God teaching you that lesson.
And I would prefer to say it that way too. I mean, and it's not that you did something wrong all the time.
Nope.
But there's still something in the lesson he wanted you to learn. And you
If
can't
you believe in
learn
the Bible. My bad.
You can't learn it without. You can't learn those lessons without pain and struggle.
Don't worry, we finna get to politics. Oh, I'm finna cook. I'm finna find an AOC picture. If I do Obama, Mao's gonna drop me, so I can't use him no more.
Uh-oh.
Biden gonna have too many jokes, so I can't use him.
There ain't no one you come up with. I ain't a basket of food.
Don't piss me off. I'll wait to find Hillary Clinton until Gigi come up, and that really gonna get her goat.
No.
I'll come up as Bill Clinton with a saxophone in his mouth.
Now, I'll do like a saxophone. Now, that is one of my favorite instruments.
Thank you for making that appointment, Gigi. I was hoping you would.
Y'all wait till we still. Y'all, matter of fact, Mouse, okay, let me ask you the question then, since we can get off religion. Mouse, if you had to do a presidential debate against me, who would you be? If I would be, is that her name? AOC, whatever that lady name, or the other Muslim. Let's say AOC.
Oh, I'm bringing Vance in. I'm bringing Vance in to choose you.
Ilian Omar? Ilian Omar?
Yeah.
I'm learning names. Not giving you a whole list of names today.
And the other one with long hair and bulgy eyes.
Oh, wow.
Rashida Tlaib.
Yeah.
Could you? Which one would you debate me on? The Iran war, immigration, Minnesota stuff. I'm trying to see what we both know. Or give me something else that you don't believe in the Epstein files. I don't believe in them. I'm trying to figure out what we disagree with. You only got two things.
But I'm remembering you're coming in as
a Democrat.
So AOC, she's.
I don't know about me, man. I'm a study. I can study right now and become her.
Well, if you're okay,
she thinks her specialties are immigration. She thinks, and I don't know. I haven't really. She doesn't really dabble in foreign policy. I don't think she understands it.
If you're going to properly represent a Democrat, you've got to go by what they say out of their mouths, whether they're right or wrong.
Okay, I'm gonna have to be the Kennedy dude then.
These people will tell you all day long that they are for liberty, that they are for democracy. That's their big selling point. They're for progressivism. They believe that everybody has a right to live here, whether you're from this country or not. Go by what they say out of their mouth. It doesn't mean that they're necessarily right.
Yeah, it's all deflection and bullshit. So here we go.
Well, you should be able to, but also, Mikhail, what I'm doing is trying to get everybody, instead of arguing Democrat and Republic, I'm gonna find that I want us to discuss topics we know, like we're gonna research. We know will be on the either midterm election questions, economy, and that's, you know, so we can get the chat up here and people back and forth. Instead of debating what a Republic, we're going to debate the topic that we know. Yeah. I want to cut somebody out.
Well, Mr. Nobody feels like you are going to have to suffer a brain injury to get on her level.
I don't know these dudes, man. I'm supposed to be giving me these people names. I thought the lady in Texas name was Rodney Clinton. I don't know these people.
All right. Let me give you a little background on who you are. You don't have a college education. I don't even know if you have a high school education. Not sure. You spent 2 years being a bartender before you ran in your district.
Okay.
As a leader for the minority.
Who's the one in charge in the military with like 15 degrees? I want to be that person.
I mean, that would have to be AOC, huh?
Oh, man. Okay. I need somebody with military like 15 degrees, y'all. We got to do something. I don't know these people.
A lot of their policies, they believe in free universal health care. They believe in women's rights in the abortion clinics and in the voting booth. You can probably start. Yeah, right. Not all. Yeah, there's a lot of them that don't. Yeah, there's always, you know, varying different degrees of people.
Man, I don't know these people, man. I don't even know a dude in the Democratic Party. I thought Mike Hegseth was a Democrat. I don't know these people, man. I don't know. I don't care, but I want to piss somebody off. I can't keep coming back as Obama and Mouse keep dropping me. Okay. I got to keep me with a different damn name.
Quickest way to piss off a Republican is go after their life savings, their money that they've earned by trying to make a new tax. Yeah, that will piss them off.
No. You know how I piss my Republicans off? I talk about the topics that makes them uncomfortable.
That is true. They are all married to white men.
Hey, I'm just saying. That's what they say out of their mouths. That is what they say.
You notice I skipped over that. I ain't say shit. I just skipped it over like Mouse does. Just skipped over it. You want to answer it. I just skipped over it just like she does.
If you are
the same thing she did.
If you are somebody that works in this country for a living, 9 to 5, you're making ends meet, you're paying your taxes, and you got people that wants to come in and find a way to tax more of that out of your paycheck and send it to all these foreign programs, or, you know, somebody here in the country illegal, that is typically, not all, but that is typically what a lot of them believe, that you are working to help pay for other people's benefits.
Yeah,
but okay, here's what I'm.
They feel like, why should I work if you're working and you're making enough money for both of us? I mean, forget the fact you want a house and a car, but if you're making enough money for both of us, then you should work and give me some of it. That's what they believe.
It's called entitlement. That's called entitlement. Yeah.
But here's what now. Say I'm giving away too many ideas. It's not about what they do. It's not about what they do.
Pretty much, yeah.
And what I want you to do is go back to what me and you said from the beginning, and this is what I want to exercise in. We know if Vance them was to get on the Republican stage, and them old heads you were talking about, them old Republicans, because they can talk shit better than him. We said you don't even have to be better than him. You just know how to talk. That's what I want to bring. If we get a topic and you don't know when you've been, or they don't know, they can learn. You know what I'm saying? Because bring everything. Men, women, yeah, bring it.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying. now, see, you ain't throwing me off. You ain't throwing me off. I know what that means. You're throwing me off. Only two. You ain't listening to me. Hey, y'all be fucking with me.
What's crazy though, but like what you said a while ago, it's crazy because there are a lot of Democrats that don't believe in a lot of that, and there's a lot of Republicans that don't believe in a lot of conservatism. There is a lot of that. Yeah.
I believe, well, how we were saying, if you are because Mouse asked me what I am, and I said I am what, I forgot what word I used. She was like, what would you call yourself? I'd say I am based in Christian values.
Sure.
Southern Christian values.
That makes
Does
you a
that mean
conservative.
Democrat, or does that make you a Republican? I say I am based in Christian values. See what I'm saying? What does that make
It
me?
makes you a conservative.
Yeah, traditionally it's mainly conservative, but there's a lot of Democrat Christians that exist too down here these days, in name.
Now add in if you make, what is it, about 20%? I'm the top 20% of Democrats. So that means my education matters to my kids, my location. You know what I'm saying? Everything that a Republican stand for: church, good schooling, good environment,
Right, that's
bootstraps.
conservative. To conserve what we have, the good things.
Sure.
And because that's the opposite of progressive.
But my thoughts are all based in the church. You know what I'm saying?
If you want to
what you're
conserve,
saying.
you want to conserve the old laws. You want to conserve the Christian values. You want
Man,
them to stay
woman,
intact.
child.
Yeah, you want the family. You want the family dynamic to stay intact. That's conservative.
So I can never, like, when somebody was like, that means you're for women's rights. No, I'm for yeah, no way. Christian values. So I tend to lean towards MGTOW, Southern Christian values. No, not even sliding left, right.
I am a little surprised that the abortion lands the way it does, because normally conservatives were for women's rights. It's your fucking choice. It ain't mine. I ain't here to tell you what to do. And that whole thing is kind of left. It's either you believe in abortion and that's murder, or you don't. Against all the reasons you should have an abortion, you don't believe it, and they should go to jail for even prison. That to me is weird on a conservative level, because like we used to be for women's rights, and now it's the Republican Party screaming no abortion, absolutely ever, no way, no how.
Well,
that's wild.
Get them MGTOW. Get the Christian values going.
Well, what I'm going to ask you there is what is a right? Is it right for a woman to kill fetuses in the womb?
Not if you're a Christian and have Christian values. MGTOW is directly right.
Now, and I'm not talking about the ones that the baby's going to kill them if they can't have it. I'm talking about
that's what I'm talking about. Now, no, should abortion be used for birth control? Absolutely not. That's gross.
Right.
But it has been.
Right.
And it has. But like there are reasons that it's there. When you go back to Roe versus Wade, we had things in place for, incest, rape, these kind of things. Because there are sometimes that it should be her choice. But it's weird that the Democrats now have taken it over, and the Republicans are absolute about it. That's what weirds me, is the absolute about it.
If we're talking about in generality, we're not talking about the babies that will kill her in the womb, or if she's gotten raped against her will. We're talking about just normal women who knows what's going to happen when they lay down with a man and have sex, and then does that. Right. Those are the women in particular I'm talking about.
Right.
That is what I disagree with completely and fundamentally, wholeheartedly, because you can't tell me at the age of what is it, 16, 17, whenever these kids are having sex now, they don't know that a baby's going to come from it 95% of the time. They know what's going to happen. They know exactly what that body is going to do. They choose to do it because they don't want to suffer the consequences, because this society has made it so easy for them not to suffer the consequences of their actions. They do it. See, that's what I take very offensively, not because of you, just saying.
No, I totally agree with you. But when I had two daughters,
Yes.
I had to think different. And I know what you're saying. It's completely under scripture. If you believe in Christian values, this is a doctrine against the. So I totally understand what the word says. And you cannot sit in church as a man and say that's so. Getting that complete. But let me not say but. I hate that shit. It is her body, and it is her choice.
If you want to go out there,
that's why I walk at it. That's why I do. See, that's where I'm at. I'm so confused about. But I
Okay,
totally agree with you. I totally agree with you.
Here's your line right here. If they want to go out there and do that, do it all you want to, but don't take my tax dollars to pay for it. You want to suffer the immoral consequences of it. You want that on your conscience. Go do all of that you want to, but don't require any of my or the rest of the public's tax dollars that highly disagree with this and think that it's justified. A woman can do whatever she wants to, but if it involves my wallet, my tax dollars, or anything else, no, we're in total disagreement.
I ain't got nothing to argue.
I ain't here to pay for your birth control. That's on you.
So if a woman wants to go out here and have as much sex as she wants to, unprotected, and get pregnant as many times go do it. It is her body. It is her choice. But it ain't her choice and my money. That ain't my choice. Go for it. You're an adult. You know what you're doing. Just don't take my money to pay for it.
Is it terminated?
Is it termed murder? I mean, thou shalt not kill. I agree with that.
Well,
okay, but let's flip it to the other side. Sure, we can all agree that,